I hope you're all ready. I've been waiting for this a long time. There was a little bit of a hiccup getting the GOG codes. It took about 40 minutes, but once they got those out, it was a quick download. I think it took all of 30 minutes to download for me, and I am up and ready to go. I've been playing a lot of beta. I expect this to be a lot like Baldur's Gate 3 in the sense that I'm going to be playing this a lot over the next probably 6 to 8 weeks to go through my first playthrough. Based on beta, I had planned on doing a marksman, but I don't know what we're doing this morning yet because I'm going to get in and see what the full game has to offer. If this is your first time tuning in, yeah, there's going to be a lot of videos. I did about 400 videos for Baldur's Gate 3 over 3 months, and I expect to do at least 250 to 300 videos around Rogue Trader over the next 2 months, including streams and guides. So hopefully you'll be sticking around for all that kind of stuff. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. Rhinox says, hello, Ren. It's finally time. It is finally time. I'm up, I'm live, and I'm hoping that everything works good. I don't know what the optimization is going to be like here because this is the full version of the game, and I am streaming it, so there may be some things I have to tweak as we get going with Streamlabs and everything else. But I can also confirm, thank the gods, it has controller support, so I'll be able to use my controller in this game should I want to, and I probably will want to once I get past all of the initial stuff. What's up, Oxlorn? Let the fun begin. Heck yeah. So I'm very happy that it has controller support. We're going to get going using mouse and keyboard like we had done through beta, and then once I get into the actual game, I'll probably switch over and start testing out the controller support and see how I like that in combat. But it's just nice to know they have it. Now we just see how my old laptop, if it struggles or not. Their recommended specs were only like a 1060, and I have a 1080, so I should be well beyond their recommended. We'll see, though. I don't have a brand new modern rig, which is why I was going to play it on the Xbox Series X. But then when I was like, you know what, they've got controller support, I'll give it a shot on the PC. If I need to, I'll turn around and buy it again. It's not that big of a deal. It's all a tax write-off. We're starting a new game for the first time, everybody. We as developers are always striving to improve our work. To do this, we need information that we can only get from you. This is statistic and bug reports. Happy to send those along. Here we go, everybody. Take up the mantle of a rogue trader, the scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over their trade protectorate and explore the fringes of the known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodline of von Valankius as it faces multiple threats from within its own ranks and without, as countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of humanity. It is up to you to hold the reins of this shattered protectorate and forge a new path for the von Valankius dynasty, currently finding itself in a vortex of wars, intrigues, calamities, and heresy. The stakes are high and rise even higher as you cross paths with terrifyingly powerful and ambitious adversaries in the darkness of the Coronis Expanse. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. Continue. Difficulty, please give it to me to story mode. I do not care to be challenged my first time through. Anybody who's ever watched me play games before knows this. I'm here for story. If I start to feel like it's too easy, like with Cyberpunk 2077, I'll crank it up a notch. But I'm here to learn. I didn't get that deep into the beta, so we're just going to go story mode. And now we get into seeing what changes they've made to character creation, because it's going to be interesting to see what classes and all the origins and everything else. I expect we're going to be here doing character creation for quite a while, everybody, so strap in, because we are definitely making a custom character. Create your very own rogue trader from scratch. The possibilities are endless when it comes to customizing your character and choosing their homeworld, gender, and background. You can also choose from a wide variety of abilities and skills, such as combat skills, social skills, and technical skills. These abilities and skills determine how your character interacts with the world and what kind of challenges they can overcome. Finally, you can choose your character's archetype. Each archetype, they're no longer calling it doctrine, that's nice. Each archetype path offers its own unique set of opportunities and challenges, so choose wisely. With all of these customization options at your fingertips, you can create a rogue trader that's truly one of a kind and embark on an adventure unlike anything else in the world of Warhammer 40K. What do I want my dude to look like? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be doing like a soldier build, so hold that thought. We gotta peruse through here and find something that I think is appropriate. That's you know, that's a pretty cool psyker, man. That's pretty cool. What? That's just that might be. I don't know. Let's see. Or him. I'm not sure. Oh no, it's this dude. Because I'm going marksman. This is the same guy I used in the beta. I know, Rhinoc. It's like character creation. Thanks for the resub, Oxhorn, on Twitch. Camper mode activated. Cool. Yeah, I play normal mode. Like Baldur's Gate 3, my second playthrough, I was already going through offline on normal mode because I went through on Explorer mode in the first playthrough. So when the Xbox version comes out and I play through my next playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, which will probably be, I don't know, February maybe, January, February. Assuming there's a break. I don't think there's any big games coming out till March, so I should have a good 6-8 weeks to do another Baldur's Gate 3 run. I'm going to use it on normal difficulty. What's up, Charvel? All right, I'm gonna use this guy's character, this appearance, or this portrait, I should say. Oh yeah, we got way better options in live. Do I have to have a face scar or whatever? That's not bad, but I'd like to get rid of the scars. I don't know if you have to take the scars. Should I go man bun? I don't do man buns anymore. I'm old. I've got thinning hair now. That's not bad. What about beards? There we go. Okay. Oh, scars. There they are. Turn those off. I do not want scars. Tattoos? Oh, I like that. I like that one even more. Oh, there you can put them on the leg as well. It says, okay, hang on. It says make your tattoo choice first. Oh, I did. Not quite sure how that works. Oh, it's tattoo 1, tattoo 2, tattoo 3. I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, I just saw that, Desert Rogue. Yeah, I just figured that out. I was like, what's going on here? So it's you choose a tattoo for each. Now let's go back to the first one. We've chosen that. Now we go to 2. Where's this going? I don't see this one actually going anywhere. Okay, so maybe I could do that. I don't know that I like that option. Oh, I guess some of these are arms and some of these are legs. That's the arm. Okay. Okay. Tattoo 3. You basically are choosing face, arms, forearms. Okay, I got it. Which one are the legs? I guess these are all. I would not want a face tattoo. See, these are all arms. Which ones are the legs? None? I must be herping and derping. I thought there was legs. I saw those on the first one, I thought. Do you want the tattoo between the... Why not? Okay. Augmentations. I can have a metal skull? What? Oh, like full-on cybernetics for your... Dude, I like the look of that for like my aiming eye because I'm going to be playing a marksman. That's pretty freaking awesome. I'm not going to lie. Can I do it on the other side too? Which option was it? That was that one? Oh no, it's only going to show it on the one side, I guess. So I'd need to pick something. Hang on, hang on. Augmentation 1 is that. Augmentation 2. Oh, I guess that was the same side. That's why it didn't show. So I would have to find something that goes for the left eye or somewhere else. I'm guessing they don't have a lot of, you know, matching stuff. So this looks like it might be for the right side as well. Yeah, okay, I see. I see how this works. That's both sides. It's the chin. It's the skull. Nose. That's the forehead with the frickin' brand right there. That's ridiculous. There's all sorts of crazy stuff you can do here, man. That's not going to show because of the hair. Alright, so really, you're only going to... because of the way I've made my character with the beard and the hair and everything, I'll be able to only show that one. That's fine.
Fit for the Von Phalanxius annals.
The Emperor gave me a vision. 2 arms!
This could be an opportunity.
I like the pragmatic.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
Yeah. I like
I'll
pragmatic.
Make it happen.
Alright. I just realized I have the alert box turned off. That's why I never heard any of the alerts on Twitch. Thanks for the follow, Charvomover. I know that was a few minutes ago, but I forgot I had alerts turned off, so I turned them back on, so I should hear things when they ding now. Okay. This is where things get really fun. Where do I want to have been born? Knowing that I want to make a marksman type character. Brutal Hunter. Oh, that's nice. Trusty weapons. Dual Death World characters can create for axe hammers and las weapons. What's up, Babylonia? Voidborn. Well, hang on. Those are strength, agility, toughness. I'm looking at stats first, and then I'm going to worry about all ranged weapons. I'm going to want to choose probably a hive world, because all ranged weapons dealing physical damage have 1% damage, 5% armor penetration, 1 rate of fire. So that's going to be like bolt weapons, maybe? Okay. Okay. Imperial world. Oh man. Fortress world. How about combat addict? +7 to ballistics, perception, and willpower while in combat. Yet out of combat, their intelligence, fellowship, perception, willpower are decreased. That doesn't sound fun. I don't know what kind of weapons are in the game yet, because there was las weapons and also the bolt weapons. I never used bolt weapons though. What I don't want to have to do is remake my character, so I need to look through all these and make sure. That's going to be good for a Psyker, the Voidborn. Fellowship Agility. All weapons dealing physical damage. Piercing projectiles like bullets or needle ammunitions. I might go Hive World. It says the Hive World's population is so dense that great swaths of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hive worlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating heart of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Emperor's armies and vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refine fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Astra Militarum are raised for their massive populations. Let's get a little deeper into this and see if that's what I want to choose. Oh wow. I'm pretty sure I want... Look at that Crime Lord outfit. Oh, that is dope! The Noble's not too bad either, guys, but check the Crime Lord out. I'm definitely going Crime Lord. I just have to for that outfit, I think. The Imperium survives and prospers in no small part due to the narrowness of its vision. But a rebellious mind and will such as yours could not be so easily constrained. The dark paths of smugglers and renegades that wind behind the facade of the Imperium Society offer a dangerous refuge for those unwilling to bow to the law. You used to be one of those dangerous yet resourceful individuals? Yes, please. Surefire plan. At the start of combat, the Crime Lord gains an int bonus. Stacks of Surefire plan effect. Activation of this ability consumes one stack, makes the next action stronger depending on the type of action. If it's... Oh my god, this is where we're getting into the deepness of mechanics that the beta did not have. Oh, this looks so good! Okay. Can be used multiple times per turn. Perception bonus, weapon skill, awareness, logic, killing plan, escape plan, disorienting plan, contingency plan. So these are different bonuses. It mentions Surefire plan. I don't see that yet, so we're going to find out what that is. Okay. What are triumphs? You managed to corrupt an entire star system and turn it into your personal den of thieves. So this is like a perk. You stripped an ecclesiarchy cardinal of a priceless treasure that had been kept in one of the most secret sanctums. Or feat of greatness. I'm going to do feat of greatness. What's my darkest secret? My darkest hour? Ooh. I can do Grim Portents. An inauspicious deal with the wrong people resulted in the rise of a chaos cult and the horrific massacre of innocents. Oh, that's a negative to persuasion? I don't necessarily want that. So these are just... I guess you have to take these. Maybe my partners did something really horrific. Oh, yeah, we got a whole new character creation screen. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to get to dive in and make new guides around all this stuff and everything. I think it's going to be operative. Oh my god. What do we got here now? We have... I know, but I want to explore. Can you not even explore those yet? Okay, yeah, you can. Okay. What's going to be the bounty hunter? Hunt down the prey. Okay. Oh man, the bounty hunter just sounds too cool not to take. Well, we're going to start off as an operative because I'm pretty sure this is the one that went... Oh no, hang on. They've changed the... Hang on, they've changed all of these. Well, Power Fellowship. Warriors. Was this the Adept? What used to be the Adept? This used to be the Adept, is now called an Operative. Ugh, so what's the Soldier? The Soldier is what I'm thinking of. Okay. So it used to be called a Marksman, and now it's called Soldier. Alright. That's a big difference from the beta. Yeah, because this is what I'm looking for. Run and gun, revel and slaughter. These are all the... Yeah, this is exactly what I played in the beta. This is the Marksman. So I want to be a soldier. Master of all ranged weapons, quickly able to assume an advantageous position from where they stand ready to rain fire on the enemy. While well-trained in highly diverse range of arms, a soldier is particularly proficient at blasting their targets with burst fire and area effects. Cool. Soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire. Okay. Cool. Now, because of this, I'm going to want to go things, because of my, the Hive world, I'm going to want to look for a gun that actually uses bullets. Okay, soldier. I just love the, alright. This is where I get to put my points. So, willpower. I don't want it to be at a negative. Can I at least get it to 30? Okay. Fellowship represents a character's ability to interact with other creatures to deceive, charm, or befriend them. I wonder if that's gonna... Yep. Persuasion, coercion, and commerce skills. I am gonna be the face of the party, probably, so I need to think about that for a minute. Weapons skill is... close combat. Ballistics skill is what I'm looking for. Let's pump this up a little bit. Let's go to 40, 40, 40. That I feel like is pretty rounded. I've got 40 fellowship, 40 perception, 40 agility. Do I need 40 perception though? Yeah. Reduces my enemy's dodge chance against my attacks. So definitely I'm going to want that kind of high. I feel like this is pretty good. Ballistics, agility, perception, and fellowship. For my character, that feels like a good start. Ooh, it has a completely different name now. Sword class frigate. I'll stay with that for now. Edit name. Alright, everybody. That is my crime lord soldier. Alright, I'm pretty stoked. That only took 20 minutes. That's not too bad. 20 minutes to create my first character is probably... That's not too bad. It's not a record. It's not the quickest I've done a character before. But that's a good chunk of time. I didn't spend 45 minutes at least. Baldur's Gate 3 was something else. But this has a lot of stuff. Hopefully I figured things out correctly and I didn't make any mistakes that will make me want to remake the character. You never know. Alright, let's hit complete and go from here. What's up, Zook? Oh, I'm definitely seeing some hitching as this loads in. That's not good. Optimization issues between... Well, not this, but Streamlabs. Like, the whole thing started lagging out a little bit. As you can see on the stream right now. Something with this loading screen.
Excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
I am so happy that the game has voice actors, because that was something I wasn't sure of from the beta. However, before we do anything, I've got to adjust the sound, because the audio for the narration is not high enough. So I don't know that it's... it's that right there. I think it's that. We're gonna lower that so that I can hear the voice better. Let's see how that sounds in comparison. There's gonna be some adjustments here as I figure this one out. All right. Have we met?
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtfair, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Okay. He bows and head and focuses his attention on you. My last name is Stubbs? I didn't realize, I didn't see a place to choose my last name. That's horrible. I'm just gonna say my Renfail is Renfail.
My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencias, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
So why have I been brought here?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the Rogue Trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium, but from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible.
Tell me about the one on whose ship I've found myself.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Okay. What was your... Okay, so I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Alright, so...
Is there money to be made?
One of the first things I need to check here is... Am I still getting choppiness? There's definitely still choppiness going on my... There's some sort of optimization issue going on here. I'll go full screen and see what's going on. Might take us a minute to get the configurations down. Is that... No, that's still wonky, isn't it? I told you guys this was something that might be, you know, we might have to sort out when we run the game for the first time. Every once in a while, it's just weird how it's every once in a while. It's not every game, and it's usually a setting that I'll have to, because it's a Unity game, right? And Unity has some wonkiness. That was it? Was that VSync? No, it was not VSync. Well, I hate technical stuff, everybody. Not very good. Because I can assure you the game is running flawless. There's no tax on my system and everything, but there's something wonky going on between Streamlabs and the game. So I have to figure out what that is. And that's unfortunate that it's doing this when I'm live. What do I have the... I'm going to drop this really quick. I need to check what frames I have Streamlabs set at. Our frame limiter is not enabled. Oh, I wonder if that's what it is. Hold up. World of Warcraft does this. You have to hang on. I might have solved this. So give me a second here. World of Warcraft does this. There's a frame setting that you have to set so that Streamlabs doesn't try to rob the frames. Was that it? No, it's still tweaking a little bit. But this is a setting in World of Warcraft. I've seen this happen when I'm streaming retail. Now I need to check my frames on... What am I set to stream at on Streamlabs? Okay. See, what it's detecting is skipped frames, which is just, it's a synchronization issue between the game was that it? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. I seem to be completely clear now, right? So it was adjusting the frames of the game to sync up with some stuff here. There'll be some further tweaking on my end, everybody. I'll get it sorted out. Every time I play a new game, there's usually something I have to tweak and config. A lot of times I get it done offline, but you guys are watching me work through it live. So we're gonna see if this works and go from here. Oh, the next thing I need to do though was please tell me that can I rebind keys? Oh, it's not going to let me rebind mouse keys, is it? I was hoping like in Baldur's Gate 3 you can change that middle mouse button and have your turn be on the right mouse button, because I'm not a big fan of the middle mouse button being the turn. I am going to try it out with the controller here in a minute, but just I wanted to check this first. Alright, out of curiosity, switch over to controller mode just to try this out. Oh, is it going to switch the whole UI? Hope I didn't just kill the game. Alright, there we go. Alright. Well, I like the way that it turns here. That's nice.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
That doesn't feel bad.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Okay. I'll have to play around with this to see which version I like.
Keep your wits about
it definitely is not going to be something where I can seamlessly switch between controller and mouse and keyboard. It's definitely going to be something where I have to do I'm going to have to make a choice when I play the game. Am I playing it with controller today, or am I playing it with mouse and keyboard? Now to get it back, do I have to go into controls? That's the question, is I don't know how to... Oh, but I can still control it with the... That's weird. I could actually still do some keyboard controls, at least for movement. And I have the menu. Okay, that's camera control.
I always keep my options open.
What are the camera modes that it has?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, I see. It's the zoom in and out. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
And Y brings up this menu. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Now, how do I get back to the controller? I probably have to... There's an easy way to do this. Alright. Well, I'll do some offline toying around with the controller, because I'm going to have to learn the controller first. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I remember interactable objects. Massive conference table, obviously crafted from real wood. A resource of valuable... Hang on, where's the text? A resource of incredible value aboard a void ship. Man, there's like that on the table over there, and there's cards and some chits or something. Show the data on the vid screen. The sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. What's up, Braunlock? A candlelit altar with a copy of the 2348th volume of the Lex Imperialis.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Got more cutscenes than there were in the first in the beta.
Valencia's
Voiceovers!
Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh!
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
We're getting our first legitimate encounter.
No mercy to those who oppose one.
Hang on. Go back. You've been ambushed. The battle begins. To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you will have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system of Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. Click the button at the top of the screen to start the battle. This is cool. Before we get going though, I need my notebook. Cause I gotta make timestamps for things. And now we can dive in. What's up, Chris? So in the beta, it was that creature, but here it's malfunctioning servitors. That's not good. All battles in game are turn-based and take place in a grid. Yep. That's how far you can move. Diagonally is more costly. Well, I don't really need to move from here because I have a weapon that I can use from range. Pistol shot, pew pew, and then I can trigger. I can do shot on the run. I gotta check this one out. Surefire plan. At the start of combat, the Crime Lord gains +3 stacks to the Surefire fan effect. Activation consumes a stack and makes the next active stronger. Oh.
Who if not me?
Well, I'll take that. I should have taken that at the beginning.
It's as good as done.
Start. And then... Yep. I'm familiar.
On it.
You never stood a chance.
Pew, pew.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the Rogue Trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
What's up, Twinty? I am doing well. Thank you very much for asking. Or saying. It's the same thing. Alright. Continue. Spread out. No one's allowed to enter the premises.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
All right. Okay, at the end of this corridor. We've got artifacts lining the walls here. The tank. This is the trophy room, he said. Let's go ahead and quick save.
Let us not dawdle.
Aha! Oh, I'm so glad it's all voiced. Well, I thought it was. I say that, and Edelthrad doesn't have any voiceovers. That's simply irrational, Lady Theodora, says the man dressed in peculiar garb, his voice tight with tension. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide, practically an admission of heresy. The tall, gray-haired woman pins him with a gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson. I'm genuinely surprised that this is not voiced when the other stuff has been. Suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation, no worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Aeon 6, Edelthrad? I'm going to survey the room. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valenkis' features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Behind the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate, and the other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons. A second candidate has joined us. Renfail, approach and give me your answer. Alright, consider the hypothetical situation. Aeon 6, a new world on the fringes of the Coronis Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Oh man, we have all sorts of options. I like the, if my ... particular life experiences are any indication, some of the natives would eagerly betray their chieftains in exchange for a quiet life serving on board my ship. I would then leave dealing with Aeon 6 to those who know it best. Trying to apply familiar methods to a new problem. The criminal underworld of Calixis is a far cry from a savage borderland planet. The criminal underworld of Calix? Edelthrad examines you and purses his lips in disgust. Lady Theodora, I must say your taste in company is rather exotic. Or do you see this as an opportunity to weed out the heresy among your progeny and sever the rotting branches of your dynastic tree? Hey, you know what, buddy? I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand it, is more than you could do. The color drains from his face, which distorts his features further. Insolent, ignorant upstart! How dare you! Edelthrad? Theodora's tone renders him silent. I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officers' decks instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I forgot the time. He leaves you... Yeah, he leaves and takes his leave without sparing you another look. Good. Why are you here? I'm not sure yet. I'm hoping you're going to clarify. clarity, a luxury that few of us can afford. There's a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. However, this is one such opportunity. Alright, I'm Theodore von Valankius, Massimo Scatus. I'm a rogue trader. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. Okay. Every world I discover, along with everything there, is mine by right. You, Renfail, are one of those with the von Valankius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. Ah, that means there's other candidates. Naturally. Ethelthred was one of them. Ah, okay. Blood right alone is not enough. You must prove yourself. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood, as Kunrad found out before he made his mistake. So Kunrad was also once upon a time. Alright, if you're satisfied with Ethelthred, then why are we talking? Impatience. Well, I'm rather fond of impatient people. They're not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Ethelthred as my successor, I will still require advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here in the Coronis Expanse. Your previous background is not one of exemplary service to the Imperium, but I am intrigued by you and your past. To have survived and prospered between the letters of the law is a rare achievement among those in our circle. You are skilled in the art of taking risks and cutting corners. Trust me when I say that you will have sufficient opportunity to apply this talent for the good of the house. Moreover, your courage has made you far more famous than you probably realize. Alright. Let's do it. The question is, am I ready to choose you above the rest? I currently have doubts about your status. If you're suitable. Alright, fine. Can I ask questions? The Vox affixed to Theodore's attire suddenly comes to life, but all you can hear is an unintelligible noise. She winces, shuts off the transmission, and gives you an imperious nod. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Speak your piece. So I'm going to tell her about the servitor incident. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us, despite the Geller field. Or perhaps there's something in all those stories about the ship being possessed after all. She chuckles nonchalantly. The grey-haired officer gives the rogue trader a look of cautious disapproval. Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff? Ah, enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folk speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Alright. Where are we headed? The Rykhead system. The domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers. And rivals. Only 3 rogue traders exist in the Cronus Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist von Valankius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykhead on the demand... She grimaces and gives you a stern look, then shrugs. For a specific reason. Perhaps I should get apprise you of the purpose of this voyage, but now is not that time. Alright, no more questions. In that case, I shall head to... Her Vox awakens once more. This time you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes, listening to the Vox cast, then nods and draws her weapons. Sinister, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It's possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated. Here they come.
Your demise is already calculated.
You have been ambushed. Let the battle begin. All right. Damn. All right, got it. However, I'm not too stressed about cover at the moment. The first thing I want to do is prop
I'll see to it personally.
surefire plan.
Who, if not me? Another enemy down. It's as good as done.
All right, crit hit info.
You never stood a chance.
All right, we're done.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Oh, this will leave a scar.
What was that? I want one of those. No, he's cleaving and charging.
Reduced to dust.
Abelard's a badass. Alright.
Don't let your guard down. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Target's too far.
On it.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Don't let a single Whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst to the deck. Not bad. I've seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. False sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. She looks at the box in her hand, and all you can hear is lifeless static. You know what? That incident with the servitors could be connected. Possibly. Quite likely. We'll have to investigate at a later time. Right now we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. Copy that. What do you want me to do? Mort has gone ahead to clear a path. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid.
Keep your wits about you.
That's got to be Mort. Oh no, it's Kunrad. Let's out a sigh of relief upon seeing you. Thank Providence you're alive and well. Mort says, always on time, Conrad. The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it. Conrad pointedly looks away from the Arch-Militant. Mort, pull yourself together. What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here anyway. I'll report right away. Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? Report. Well, I was hoping that all of this was going to be voiced, but I'm wondering if it's only going to be your companions that are going to be voiced. Because I watched somebody playing the other day, and there was a lot more voiceovers than what I'm seeing here. I will attempt to read. Kunran says, I've not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they've ceased altogether. Whatever the cause is, the consequences are spreading fast. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny. If this is indeed a case of warp madness, then the situation is dire. Mort says, you don't know the half of it. There's only one thing worse than the warp addling the brains of the crew, and that's the warp itself crawling over our decks. Your orders, Lord Captain? Alright, we gotta confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. Where's Ethelthred? Too shy to talk on stream. Tried to locate him, but the last thing of his movements as he arrived on trenches on deck 18. Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Ethelthred immediately. Cinder shall locate Tess and the Sisters of Battle. Both are to remain by my side. Arch Militant, with me. I must go to my study. Renfail. If I may, Lord Captain? Voigt's voice is soft and cautious. Treasure deck 18 is the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Ethelthred back, I could use some support. Guess where I'm going. Find Ethelthred and bring him here. Whatever state, what does that mean? Coronado coughs. We're in the warp. Considering the attack, there could be a disruption in the Geller field and the infiltration of malevolent forces. Psychers can react to such things in unpredictable ways. Alright, let's do it. I've rated hate to 18. I shall do. Lead the way. Of course. He rummages in his pocket for something. Lady Theodora would never have had someone who shouldn't rely as one of her heirs, but that's no longer relevant. With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen, and you are consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Betrayal! I promised you a special destiny. It's time to fulfill it. Oh, and they kicked me for good measure. Lovely.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see.
I wonder if that's missing voiceovers. The part we were just went through, I wonder if there's a bug and it's missing voiceovers, because suddenly we're back to having voiced content. Voice for you, two-faced scum.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it, inbred? Your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
I have a coercion check. What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of grok shit?
Wretched. What do you know about wretchedness? Theodorus. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Alright, I'm gonna have to pass a skill check. The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Fight the voice in your head. The voices giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel the intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step towards the gates looming in the center of the chamber. Welcome to YouTube, Damien. Don't forget, everybody, we are multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so you can pick where you want to watch. Daily guides happen on the tubes. Normally, I do streams at 5:30 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central, but it's launch day. So we're doing an afternoon stream today, and we're going to be playing a lot of Rogue Trader, so make sure you're ready, everybody. Alright, let's see if I can pass the tech use. Succeeded! You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is that the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components is unfamiliar to you. You suspect it might be some type of Archaeotech relic. What is Archaeotech? An incredibly rare and powerful piece of technology from humanity's ancient past. The servitor begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human. Its mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. The Matrix! A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Goitver wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, they have coiled themselves into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Examine the Sentinel. It's different than the ones you've seen before. Alright, place my hand inside. The jaws clamp around my hand, puncturing the skin and sinking into my flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the motors start up with pumps stir into motion. The vid screen flickers. Several long minutes pass. The jaws remain closed. You're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were leaning against the gate, you could catch your breath, maybe even close your eyes and pretend this none of this ever
High
happened.
levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yes, yes I do. Pain shoots through your head and just as quickly subsides.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Well, there is still another way.
Did he just bail? That was cool. Foiled his little attempts.
I always keep my options open.
Let it be known by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to the bearer. Okay, that's way too fast. I'm not going to attempt to read that. See, now I'm just curious how much of this is without voice and how much of it is voiced but bugged out, and so it's not got the voice actors. This is when you play launch day, everybody. There's always little things like this.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
There's a camera collider that's not letting me zoom in. You see that with the walls and everything? In place of the mechanical screeching, the servo skull's vox projects the voice of Theodore von Valenkius yelling. Recruit all reputable forces and head static.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
I need a weapon.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Who are you?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by.
And you are?
Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the Rogue Trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Let's roll.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
As the game store unfolds, you see a notification at the top of your screen indicating the status of your current objective. Okay, yeah, that's the journal. Everything. I want to look at that thing a little closer. That thing's creepy looking. The camera in here is all sorts of wonky.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, we should quick save. Alright, let's seal the chamber.
Master, whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me, what is the meaning of this?
The meaning is that Konrad Voigtvar is a traitor.
What?
And he clearly intends to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Why don't we leave matters of etiquette for another time, bro?
Absolutely. With the Lord Captain's permission, I shall give you an hour-long lecture on how making use of proper addresses corresponds to showing due faith in the God Emperor's anointed. For now, however, we have more pressing matters on our hands. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Alright. Yep, I'm familiar.
Look no further. Let me help.
I won't forget this.
So that didn't actually heal it.
This wound will make a fine scar.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Alright, well. I guess it's a chance to... Flak chestplate, yes. A laser gun. Now I prefer the ballistic weapons, but we'll find one eventually.
That is a noticeable improvement. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems.
Welcome to YouTube, Brandon.
The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
All right. Lead the way.
Absolutely. Let us proceed.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor. Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the Rogue Trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
I will level you.
All right. This is like our first official, like, we get to manipulate characters more than just my own. So I'm gonna leave him here, but I'm gonna put Abelard front and center. Here we go. I need to figure out how to activate that. Like, I think that might be a different ability that I don't have yet. Alright, these are melee dudes who I don't want to let get into. Oh, hang on, that's different. Wait a second. Burst fire. That operates a lot different than it did in... Oh, no, it doesn't. I see how it works. It just looks different visually. Okay, okay, I see.
Another enemy down.
It just looks different than it did in the beta. Okay.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, I can't quite get the angle that I want over here.
Who if not me? Your end was inevitable.
Nice. Nice, 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 nice.
My place is at the fore.
Kadonk-kadonk.
I took care of this one.
Brace for impact.
I will do my duty.
Adam says explosions. Yay for explosions. Alright, Abelard, hope you can take the heat.
Another enemy down.
Fight like this.
Oh, I end up... Poor Abelard just looked like a ton of friendly fire.
Is there money to be made?
Sorry about that, brah. We gotta level up too. Alright.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Alright, so I have to choose a skill. Toughness, which is 50. strength is 40. Alright, so carouse. Ability to resist negative effects by poisons, stimulants, or alcohol. May give access to conversation options. My carouse is currently 50. My athletics is 40. So let's go ahead and bump athletics up. Awesome strat, but also friendly fire. Yeah, there's certain abilities that I can use that can turn off friendly fire, but sorry, Avalard. Hope you're wearing your armor today. My awareness is 45, demolition is 40. Let's take the awareness for now. Quick save. We're going to move on. I'm going to be right back, everybody. I'm going to go get a drink. Let's get out of here. We're going to the Navigator's Sanctum. Oh, I love the void energy that you can see now. Look at that purplish. Oh, baby. Something's going on down here. That's
The
not...
Navigator's Sanctum is directly along the passageway. I pray to the God Emperor that we are not too late.
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Falensis. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, as if it's trying to hide from the seer standing before you.
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
You hear a few clicks from the relays on the servo skull, which has followed you all the way here, and Theodora's scrambled words give way to a voice vaguely familiar to you. Officer's frequency, to all those who can hear me. Those with a weapon in their hands to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counter-attack.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it! You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
So what are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engine Seer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. Oh no.
Let's go.
No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Awesome. Alright, so we got her. Do I need to level her up? Nope. We're good to go.
Run, fools, or fall!
Crush him!
Alright, here we go. Alright, so we got forewarning. I love how we got the new icons and everything. Analyze enemies. Hang on, is it not an area effect anymore? One enemy creature with a 20 cell radius. Ah, so it's individuals now.
My ears are ringing.
That's because of the lightning that just went past your head, Abelard.
Was that you? Or...
You can use the hologram to engage the effective... They call this a hologram. Okay.
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done. You never stood a chance.
Marksman for the win. Soldier, sorry. We're a soldier now. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through two dark gill-like slits in its cheeks. Its eyes are shut, as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead. See, there's no voiceover for Abelard here, so it's weird how some areas have voiceovers and others don't. The servants are dead, but the chamber think the Emperor is still sealed from the warp. What's wrong with him? Let's ask Adira. Wounded? Exhausted? Fighting back the horrors of the warp? Pick one. Your time is short. To do what? Suddenly the navigator's body starts thrashing in place. Ugh. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous, screaming mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn. It comes from beyond. His body's not his. Adira's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head as the unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption. It marches under the thunders of burden of hope. Unseal your hearts and I will flood your souls with myriad of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. Oh, that's nasty description. His third island is... yeah. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned into a trickle from a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there's purple swelling behind the eyes. So he's like... he's possessed right now, and he's warping in front of our eyes. Run! Flee from this place while I have the strength. Alright, how do I help? Run! The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off and wait for the signal from the helmsman. So, run! Run! Alright. Alright, Abelard, you're just repeating the same stuff. Alright, here we go. Time to roll.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, that door's shut.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, off to the officer's deck we go. I love it. There's way more cutscenes in the live version than there were in beta.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
She just walks out in the middle of the corridor.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
Told you he would protect us.
My god. My light. My emperor.
Crazy zealot lady! The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands. And for a brief moment, it seems she's not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you?
I am Renfail von Valancius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends who are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the Dark Forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I agree.
Very well. We may leave it at that, for now. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader's ship?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Alright, we gotta get to the main hall.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Oh, we're getting goodies. It's all cargo.
Let us not dawdle.
Looks like this is the only way forward. I got 2 guns on my back. I just noticed that. So it actually shows both of them equipped, which is really cool.
More enemies to face judgment. We are truly blessed this day.
Spare none of them!
Crazy lady. Burst weapons and area effects. She has a unique soldier ability. Oh no, I have the same one. Because I started explaining because we have her in the party for the first time.
Doubt is for the weak.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Eradicate it. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I can dig it.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
A little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder.
On it. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
Alright. Hubba Lord.
A tactically sound approach. I'd rather not. It will be done.
You missed. Alright.
At your beck and call.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. But of course,
Toasty!
This could be an opportunity. I'll see to it personally. Your end was inevitable.
Nice.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Nice. Ooh, let's loot up. We got some goods over here. Time to loot up all the goodies. It's open door number 1.
Success is the only outcome I accept. I always keep my options open.
We got a safe, meta charge, and operator's gloves. Well, those we can put on Adira. What's our tech use at right now? Where is tech use? Oh, there it was. I didn't even see it. Herpa-derpa, I'm blind.
The whispers told me how.
Restore the power supply.
The premonition runs
Is
true.
there money to be made? I always get the job done.
Another couple of chests of goods.
Over.
Ooh, what is this? Shotgun.
I always have a backup plan.
Let's try it, just to try it. He can wear, she can use. I think that's everything looted that we needed. Oh no, it still shows you something over here. I guess there's nothing on the body, that's why it's showing it. Oh, there was something there. Alright, just lagged out for
Keep
some
your
reason.
wits about you.
The Emperor favors me.
Oh, we all just leveled up again. Nice.
Let us not dawdle.
The roar of the flames and the choking smoke makes you cough. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat. You hear the sound of footsteps and the figure walking out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora. Oh, you lost, my heir? A sorcerer's apparition, trickery of the warp. It's impossible. Yeah, I don't trust the apparition at all. Your mouth begins to salivate. Her words sound like music to your ears. It's called the warp, baby. Alright. They changed the name of these two. I will not leave my people in harm's way. So it's Iconoclast now, not Benevolentia. Excuse me. When you turn your head, you see nothing but billowing fire. Nothing but an apparition.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Where did it go? Standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
I better myself through my service.
Well, we have a way across now, but need to level up first. So it says improvement unlocked. Run and gun is now better. Soldier gains, okay. Nice. Let's take demolition up. So I'll get an improvement next level. So I guess we're just getting new ranks of stuff. Excuse me. Alright, let's go across.
I always keep my options open.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here, which would be even worse.
Yeah, it looks interesting on the controller too, Twin. I think the art overall is pretty good, yeah.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak, without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us, so now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
Sounds like we have marching orders.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, I missed some loot back here. How do I get to it?
The Whispers told me how.
Is there money to be made?
Ooh, a helmet.
Let us not dawdle.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Some goodies up here and a door.
Keep your wits about you.
+3 logic. Who's got the best logic score? 40, 30, 30, 30. I do? I mean, why not? Wear them for now. Well, I wanted to try this second weapon, by the way.
I will lead us to fortune.
How do I go to the next weapon in the set? Oh, okay, I see. Rending shotgun. Alright, this will be interesting to see how that works in combat. Alright, let's go to the elevator.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
You must gather your party before
Right there.
venturing forth. Where are we going? Lord Captain's quarters.
I always keep my options open.
Dun dun dun! She's not alive, so we definitely saw an apparition. You find an item that can only be equipped by characters of a certain conviction rank. Convictions change in direction and ranks based on how the game's story develops during important plot decisions. Copy that. Aha. That's what you were talking about. And a cape. I'm gonna load up on gear. Oh, I like the cloak. I am the well-dressed criminal underlord who has now become the master of a ship. Theodora's body is sprawled across a large blood-drenched desk. The arch-militant's corpse, Mort, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept my faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
No idea.
How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning.
That was a
fast
good scream.
reflexes.
That's a very good scream.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
All right. Examine the body. All right. She's been shot with an emotion of expression of surprise in her face. There's a heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls that have fallen from the desk. Also, small shards of glass. What about the papers? It's a handwritten letter signed with initials X, C, and sealed with a symbol that is of the Inquisition. The secret police of the Imperium. Ooh. What about the shards? They appear iridescent as if they've been submerged in Prometheum. What about you, Adir? What do you see?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces, drawing closer. Lady Theodora, and Conrad, and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure.
Tainted witchcraft.
Examine the body. Auto shot pistol through his head. Alright, why don't you check out Theodora?
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Alright, well, we have a new mission. Figure out what happened here.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Ooh, what is
I will
this?
deliver furious retribution.
Are we getting ambushed? No, but it's a combat servitor fight. That's cool. This might actually be a little rough. We'll see. Alright, we're good. Abelard!
I will do my duty. That's not the Seneschal's job.
Brace for impact, buddy.
I won't stand for it.
Shotgun time.
It's as good as done. Your numbers mean nothing to
Ho
me.
ho 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 ho. That
I'll
was
see to
nice.
it personally. Who, if not me?
Alright, we're good.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I refuse. I'll do it.
Be gone.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Anything else? On it.
It's coming for me. It's coming for me.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. It will be done.
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
Shotgun's pretty groovy so far.
Let us not dawdle.
Hang on, did that say if they have less than something intelligence? We're against +5 toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Does anybody have less than 35 intelligence? I do. 30. He does. Let's give it to him. I think we leveled up too. Ooh, I got firearm mastery. I gain the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to the weapon's rate of fire using the weapon attack that normally costs the least amount of action points. Very nice. Alright, and I get a new ability. Ooh, that's nice. Doubled against enemies when for which the soldiers are protected by cover. Unpredictable sounds pretty cool, but also fired up. We'll do fired up. Yeah, I'll take thick skin for sure. Instant exposure? Probably yes. Yeah, that was way too useful in beta. Let's have her try out the unpredictable one. Alright, we have leveled up. I think we're good to get out of here now. Time to go to the bridge. Lore warp.
That's how it's done.
Oh yeah, this is not looking good. Alright, we need to get over here.
The first sacrifice opens the eye.
Oh!
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Ethelthred is clutching a bleeding wound on his chest. Help has arrived? Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor on you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives to the Rogue Trader. Yeah, unfortunately, she's not going to be joining us. Oh, she's dead. He grabs his shoulder. As you watch, the sleeve of his jacket bursts open and two bone growths pierce through the fabric. No matter what ritual Kunad is performing here, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. This is the end. We perish in the warp. The end of humanity has triumphed. Adir is freaking out. The changes are already accelerating. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we can steer it out of the ship. We can steer the ship out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator's sanctum. Then we have no right to bow our heads. You can see Conrad Voigtver clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them. We're out of time. Ethelthred bites his knuckles, desperately thinking. You see a wave ripple across the whites of his eyes, and they turn a sickly yellow. Voigtver, you duplicitous cur! What? Theodore is dead? That can't be. Not now. I still haven't. Ethelthred lowers his head, sighs, and locks eyes with you. His gaze cold, haughty, and fanatical. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it, and you see to it that the void ship breaks free of the warp. Watch over our realm, and farewell. Ethelthred, no!
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Oh! Oh! Ha 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 ha! Oh yeah.
The Emperor is with us!
Big bad boss fight time, everybody. Okay. For those of you who've tuned in before, you know what this means. We got to do our big bad boss fights. Those were a lot of fun in Baldur's Gate 3. We're doing them here again. All right. This is gonna be a gnarly fight. So it's you up here. Willard, you up there. And Argenta. Here we go. I've got full... Okay, that's good to know. We got momentum right now. So we're going to do this to take out some dudes.
Another enemy down. I'll see to it personally. Taking calculated risk is my second nature. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
It's going to consume.
I've faced worse than this.
Ouch! It's telling me about friendly fire. Ouch!
Didn't flinch.
It is not happy with me. Abelard, buddy old pal.
I'm not interested.
We do need to take care of the ads. Welcome to the YouTube channel, Trungs. Don't forget we're multi-streaming on Twitch. You can tune in wherever you prefer to the live streams. I'm gonna risk running over here, even though I'm gonna lose cover because.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Thou is for the weak.
Okay. I need to try to shoot that one down there. Okay, that's toast.
I'll do it. Faith without rejoice in battle. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Alright, we got rid of all of its things that it can summon. Or consume, I should say. A little bit of lightning. No, actually, we're going to hit it with
Was that you? Or
exposed weakness. Psychic Shriek.
anything else?
Put
But
this
of
on
course.
myself. Alright, buddy. Use your shotgun.
It's as good as done. Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Why did I not foresee this?
Shotgun's pretty cool in that it can knock people back. That's interesting.
Victory is I took care of it.
Oh yeah! That's the end of whatever that was. What was that creature? A warp creature. Well, as with every big bad boss fight, everybody, we gotta check out the loot. We got a blade shard made from mysterious metal that shimmers with unnatural colors. We got gloves of endurance. Whenever the wearer of these gloves gets an injury or falls unconscious in combat, their allies gain a +1 bonus to damage. An infamous chaos spawn, says Bronlock. Yeah. Mantle of heroism. Heroism requires iconoclast follower. Each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by 20% until the end of combat. Whoa! That is a really cool cloak. And we got to level up. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Maybe give this to someone else just to have it for looks. Who wants the gloves? Gloves of endurance. I can just randomly will give them to her.
Not this Scryer's
Wait,
job.
no, she's already got them. She's already got some pair of gloves anyway. Okay. God, I love her weapon, by the way. Argenta's unfading valor. It's a bolt weapon. I don't like the shotgun that much. I think I'm gonna go back to the las gun, to be honest with you. What I'm really looking for is I wonder if I can use. Yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure my background gives me access to a bonus to my where's it at? No, I forget which one of these. It was showing me when I first started out, and I don't remember which one it was. If it was archetype. No, I mean, excuse me. If it was origin art, but I thought for sure there was one that was related to I'll find it later. It's nothing not important right now. All that matters is we got some loot. And we killed a chaos spawn, which is totally worthwhile of its own episode, so that'll definitely get clipped out. Chaos spawn. Talk to the helmsman. Over here. Bravo, Master Helmsman. System status report. By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Alright, we need to reestablish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing. Abelard cuffs the crying soldier without even looking. I'm not really familiar with Warhammer so much, so that's good to know, Bronlock. They all have different interpretations. Darktide I played a little bit of, but not enough to, you know, they did their own version of it for sure. It was more like zombies in that game. Alright, restore the Vox channel, ready the crew, prepare the translation for real space. Renfail, you may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valankius. Alright, let's do it. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerer's currents. Oh, there's a figure in it. That's not good. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. It is a vessel of ancient evil. I'm surprised this isn't voiced. Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? The voice resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all of them are myriad manifestations of the same call. Begone, phantom! Your head begins to spin and viscous drops slither down your cheeks. You blink and you are no longer looking at Theodora, but the trader Voigtfer, just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. The fate was assured and the steps chosen, and yet you broke the unbreakable. I see you by my side on that day, the day of my resurrection. The image is scattered by invisible sorceress winds, and you see Idira, her eyes aglow with the same sinister flame. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will and the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility, that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me. The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant. So apparently they're trying to corrupt me and make me into their void slave bitch. Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox Sibyl is stable, which means that the Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory along with all those who died this day. It's Von Valancius. I always say Valancius. Von Valancius is what they said. Where's the Lord Captain?
As first officer, it is my duty
Random
to
voiceovers.
inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Oh, this is new.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members.
Subtitles aren't changing. And I'm assuming
Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived, and through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
We're just waiting for this to load in. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something to himself, then nods. Well then, your lordship. You cannot help but notice that the Seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, he pulls himself together. You must now hold your first officer's briefing. Alright. What's on the agenda? How about let's just start it. With a gesture, Abelard relays his orders to the adjutants. Yep, I'll worry about that later. A dozen pair of eyes bore into you, their expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Okay. Introduce those present, Abelard. We've got Vigdis Suriata of the Toloman line, our new Vox Master. We've got Ravor, the Master Helmsman. High Factotum Janus Denric, who oversees supplies and general material. And the second row, we have 3 officers overseeing the ship's vital functions. Master of Ordnance, the Infernus Master, and the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does with confidence, the Master of Ordnance portrays nervousness, the Drive Master's offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the Tech Priest's mechadendrites. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to everyone. Alright. Infernus Master. By the way, guys, I love y'all to death, but with everything that I do, I can't read 100% of the dialogue, so I'm going to be paraphrasing. This game is killer. I was hoping that it was going to be fully voiced, and they've definitely done some voice acting, but it's not fully voiced. I'll read what I can. I'll read what I can, but to conserve my voice for long stream sessions, I can't read 10,000 words of text every day. Yes, Lord Captain. All fires across all decks have been extinguished. Okay, what about High Factotum? Tolling on day and night to get a full account of losses. We need people. We lost more than 2,000 crew members. We need to make up our losses on Riked Minoris. Unfortunately, it's under the Winterscale Rogue Trader Dynasty, so we'll have to negotiate with the governor, which is going to be your responsibility as the Rogue Trader. Alright, we got a journal update. What about Drive Master? The Great Warp Engine is unharmed. Thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We must report that the engine seer Prime fell in battle. So we need a new machine keeper. Machine spirit keeper. Master Helmsman. Okay, so we're going to need a new navigator too. Who's located on the Navis Nobilite station. Okay, Master of Ordnance. Everything to report. Nope. But I have to, but just ask anyway. We've got no crew, no Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. The ship's in ruins, every second officer's dead, and then we got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to void knows where. Silence! Enforcers, seize this mutineer. Now, my background as a criminal underlord makes me realize that this sort of shit's gonna happen from time to time when there's a change in rulership. Experienced Master of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason he may remain in his post, but I leave his punishment at your discretion, Abelard. 20 lashes a month for the next half cycle. Deprivation of officers' rations and privileges for the same period, with the option to extend. Cease your sniveling. You disgrace yourself and your entire clan. The Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is the picture of shock. What just happened seems to be dawning on him only now in the knowledge of the fate he so narrowly escaped. Alright, anything else to prevent us from continuing? Ship's repairs need to be carried out at footfall, but we'll never reach there without solving these 3 problems. Okay. Thanks for all your reports. Dismissed. Abelard. Lady Theodora brought the ship here for a reason. She was given a secret commission. That's that handwritten note. Stands for Xavier Calcazar. The Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man has bound her to seek out Heinrich von Kalox as an interrogator. Give him assistance and then deliver him to Footfall in the Verbundus system. Okay. Alright, the Psyker. Alright, so Adira is insisting on seeing me. And Argenta also wants to talk to me about a personal request. Daybreak. Adira, come to your senses. Your lordship, I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard my head's spinning. All I can make out is the single word daybreak or dawn. But why is it so dark? The voices are all going berserk. I can't make any sense of it. Okay. So she can be a little crazy. So that just only shows me. How do I find... Probably just look at the map. Yep.
Rogue Trader.
Alright, what was your personal request?
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
The cursed servants of chaos who assaulted the ship took the lives of your loyal crew members and orphaned many children. Perhaps you could meet with the orphans. Yep, I'll meet with them. No formalities needed. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody. I'm going to grab a quick bio. All right. The motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off you, gazing as if you were a creature made from a fairy tale. Perfect time for there to be no voiceovers when I want to eat a piece of fruit. Alright, I'm not going to read all this. Group of kids. Parents have died. We're addressing them. Let's go for number 2. Just said, your Lord Captain greets you, brave ones. Teenagers keep staring at you. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. Skinny pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back, stand at attention. Only a few at the far end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed. Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in the dozens for you, noble lot, and you just gave us speeches. Argenta looks at the boy with a flurry of emotions in her dark eyes. Alright, if you have something to say them without fear. I will listen. It don't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back. It won't change their fates, neither. We keep slaving away on this ship until we drop and die like our folks or worse. You know, the strong have the power to decide the fate of the others. The weak either obey or die. If you seek a different lot in life, boy, save your grumbling and look for an opportunity to rise above the rest. The kid nods slowly, catches himself, gives you an awkward bow. Here comes the servants with treats for the kids. Shut up, take your sweets, and get back to work. Whoopsh. They're just chucking candy at him. Huh. I just love that piece of key art, man. Alright, back on the bridge, and I think we can boogie out at this point. This is a map of one of the systems. Each system contains objects to interact with. Cool. Well, we're going... You know, I had that bug in beta, which makes me terrified to do this out of order. So, Let's go straight to Rykid Minoris. I don't want to risk getting the bug that I got. I'm sure it's been fixed for live, but you know, we'll go here first, and then we'll worry about the navigator and the engine seer. I like the music in this game a lot. They've done a good job of creating like an ethereal, eerie... Oh, what is this? As your ship makes its way through a star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you've been using to draw yet another order falls from your hand. It's dream time with the creepy voices in my head. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among the number, you recognize the disfigured and bloody faces of those who died on the ship's bridge and those you met in your previous life. But how is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Conrad Voigtver's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Stay back! Stay back or else! The dead only draw closer and your fingers involuntarily tighten around the shard, its sharp edge cutting into your palm. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon, a skillfully crafted sword. With strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design, and an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there, on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven. The path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. Throw the demon blade away. Never! Your body refuses to obey your command. The handle feels that it has become one with your hands. And the gaze of the demonic eye sets your very soul ablaze. Resistance is futile. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. You awaken, kneeling next to your desk, drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall the faces and images of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shards lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a shaking hand for your Vox and call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Yeet that shit into the void, man. Alright. We got all sorts of stuff here. We have the vault. Nothing in it. This is the personal cogitator. Oh, this must be for the... It's for like Kickstarter backers or something? Or pre-order people? No, I don't want the vault. What I want is that Von Valancius ancestry records, but I don't know. Maybe that's over here? No. I may have to turn down the turn rate. It's a little high. Something over here. A cracked data slate. The final transactions with the chartists are complete. The fiery reckoning is now fully equipped. 00110011 blah 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 blah. Okay. Fiery reckoning. Don't know what that was. There's also something over here. Unfinished letter. His chagrin is irrelevant. Whitebird's mistakes cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources, all wasted. I'm not going to discard him. Let his disinheritance serve as a humiliating but instructive lesson, from which he may yet return. Alright. Where's the door out of this place? Wonder if it's going to go straight back to the travel screen. Nope. What's up, Bambluzer? Happy Rogue Trader launch day indeed. Okay, we're beginning scan. We have the starport. The starport greets you with the din of ordnance and the smell of explosives tickling your nostrils. It's difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Sergeant Malgar. Among the cracked rockcrete and bent plastic, you notice a man in the warden's uniform. He stares at the gleaming gold of your shuttle in surprise. Did the governor send his personal guards? No matter. What are you standing there for, meat? Are you waiting for the rebels to blast your bucket again for good measure? The skies over the capital are black by enemy fire. All air traffic has been halted. What pest gave you clearance to deploy? Tcha! By all the saints. I'm Sergeant Malgar, and you lot report to me now. Straighten yourselves out and drag your asses after me. I'll map out a defense sector for you. By the end of his tirade, though, the sergeant's voice has grown quieter. His eyes focus on your expensive gear. Abelard turns purple. By the holy thrones, what is this mess? Deaver glances around. They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. I'm the Rogue Trader von Valancius. Give me a status report this instant. With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplary soldier, and barks. My mistake, sir! At once! Starport is under the control of the governor's warden, sir. Perimeter commander is Sergeant... A frag grenade explosion cuts off the rest of his words as shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. Pardon, sir. Sergeant Last Malgar reporting, sir. My unit is reporting the starport is governor's orders. How may I serve? Yeah, tell me what's going on down here. Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions. My unit was here when it all went to the Groxes. Alright, strange void chips in the system. Governor took precautionary measures. Increased key. Facility security. Arm alarms were raised. We were sent here to secure it. That's all I know. Fighting the capital. We're holding strong. Giving no quarter. All right. Doing fine work. So are your troops. I can't leave without aid. Reinforcements will be sent from my ship. All right. Do you have to know if a member of the Inquisition came here? At the word Inquisition, his face fills with awe. I don't know, sir. You might have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship. Alright. As long as the rebels keep shooting their damned anti-aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way to show you the governor. You have to go on foot, and the streets are dangerous. Alright. They're going to hold the line here. Alright. You're a good soldier. See that your heroism is noted. Alright. Rumors. Ooh. Rumors weren't working in the, well, I guess they were, because I do remember seeing this, but cool. Alright, well, let's level up. We're gonna go ballistics. Alright, what do I want here? So many options. I'll do exploit surroundings. That's not a bad choice. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior's next melee attack against the enemy deals an additional toughness bonus damage. Open engagement. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Increase my charge distance by 3 cells. Yes, please. Let's take toughness. Her intelligence 30. We could definitely bring intelligence up. Choose a common talent? Oh man, holy crap, there's a ton of talents in the live game. Holy smokes, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, that's interesting. sorts of crazy stuff to choose from. I really don't know. Mind Thief? That sounds cool. Anytime an enemy becomes a target of any particular psychic ability for the first time, they suffer -5 to their perception, and then Psyker's perception goes up. That sounds kind of cool. Aftershock. Every time the Psyker deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock. Okay. Man, there are just so many options here. This is overwhelming. And nothing is recommended. Which is, wow. I mean, extra movement points are never a bad thing. At the beginning of every combat, the Psyker's abilities gain 50% critical hit chance. I don't mind that either. Let's just do that. Cool. Alright. Well, we have quick saved, we have leveled up. I'm 3 hours in, everybody. It is 2:30. I'm going to take a break and get some food in me, take a nap, and be back later this afternoon, early evening, to continue the stream. My normal start time is 8 p.m., but it's not going to be that long. I won't wait until 8 tonight. We'll start as soon as I've... Yeah, let's consider, an hour, 2-hour break. It'll probably be like a 2-hour break. We'll see how it falls out. But I will be back later on today to continue, so make sure to stay tuned to Discord and all the other places for announcements when I'm going live. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we're multi-streaming. So that means if you're on Twitch, follow. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you like what you see here today, you want to support, thanks to those of you who can and do. If you're on Twitch, bits, cheers, and subs. If you're on YouTube, it's super chats and memberships. Plus, you get access to private member videos and beyond. And I will be live again later tonight. Normally, we stream 5:30 in the morning and 8 p.m. in the evening Central Time. But today's a special day because it's launch day. We're going to be getting a lot of Rogue Trader content out. Remember, this is the primary game that I'm playing for the next 6 to 8 weeks, kind of like I did with Baldur's Gate 3. So even though I'm going to be doing some other stuff, there's going to be lots of Rogue Trader. So stay tuned. I'm going to cut a few videos right now as I'm waiting for lunch to get finished. And we should have the character creation guide out and some other stuff later on. So stay tuned to the Let's Play series as well. I'll see everybody in a little bit.